Okay. All right.
Miranda's got to panning.
Yes, she does. I talked to her earlier.
There we go.
Okay, you guys, what I'm working on right now is I am working on the Hammerhead Corvette. This is the engine block that I am building right now. And the engine block, and I'll show it to you in just a moment here. Oops. Uh-oh. What did I do? Turn that around. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What did I do? Ah, there we go. Now, this plate that I'm working on right now is what is going to go over this. As you can see, I have got this all closed in, and the engines are on here now. And so once I get done locking all this stuff up, then I can go ahead and get it mounted onto, no, I take that back. I have a bunch of detail work. I've got to make the engines look like they're spaceport engines, which means I'll take my picture off my laptop and I will begin reproducing greebles onto the engines themselves. That is the piece. See, I used a bad piece here. This is a messed up, short, not quite right size. And then I put the perfect piece over top of it here. What's in? Rocket?
It is in.
Hi, Rocket. Okay, now that reinforced structure is all in place. Let's see. Need a little bit of sanding work on this. Hey, Rocket, I hope you had a good weekend. I stayed busy. I got 20 hours work done on this engine bay this weekend. All right, that looks like that's ready to go. Now, this is a low spot right here. All right, it's low compared to this. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll take some of this here heavy gauge paper towel. All right, now what I want to do with it is I will permeate it with glue, and then I will put it in place, and being thicker than the rest of the paper around it, when I put this cowling in place, it will squish it down.
Speaking was quiet, didn't do much.
What Rocket do?
Nothing. He says it was perfect.
Yeah, that's good news. I had a very busy weekend working on this. And I got to show you guys something here as soon as I get this put in place, because I don't have to worry about this drying. It takes 24 hours for this to dry. So it doesn't matter if I show you something while I'm doing this. Okay, now, yeah, alrighty. Okay, so now this piece goes into that low spot, just like this. All right, now what that's going to do is when I glue this onto here, it is going to glue itself onto here, and that'll give me more strength. Okay, so there is that. There is that. Okay, so what is that? That is right there. Yeah, right there. Okay, so that's where I have to put a glue line. All right, now I got this. Yep, and that goes right across there. And I got this. And that goes right across there. Those are the glue marks that I have to add extra glue to get this to bind well. And let's see here. Got that. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm getting an awful lot of glue on this. Now, two reasons. One, when I turn it over, it is going to run onto this piece of paper that I've got for a sheeting for the chassis.
Hi, Grandpa.
Hi, grandkid. How you doing? Nice to see you. Okay, so now that we got that on there, see, now I want this to stay put, okay, because it wants to lift up. It does not want to stay because you put glue onto the paper. What that has done is that has made it moist. All right, in making it moist, it tends to want to climb around on you. So now we do that like this. That rubber band is going to hold that in place there. And we do that over here. Like that. Now see, I don't have to hold that. Now I can let go of it and show you what I wanted to show you. Okay, so we turn this off and we do this. Now, this is the engine compartment. Those are fantastic looking engines. I don't know if you guys, anyway. Oh yeah. So, and probably ought to show you this part of it too. Okay, that's the top, that's the bottom. It is so balanced. These are so perfectly flush that it will stand now all by itself. But I am building a stand for it. The stand right now is drying, and it's going to take it some time to get dry. So that is where the Hammerhead Corvette is at right now. It is getting closer to being done. But I have to get this done, then I have to start working on detail work. Now, this back here is the battery box. All right, this goes into the chassis and the battery goes in here. I have to build a door for this so that I can get the battery box out when I need to replace the battery. A cool thing is, oh man, I closed that all in. Uh-oh, I can't do that. I got to pull this. Uh-oh. Hey, guys, when you realize you've done something, get it done, get it, fix it right away. All right, now what I've got to do is I have to take this off. Okay, I have to take that off of there. Reason being is, oh, man, I'm glad I remembered that. That would have been a major mistake. Okay, let's get that glue off of there. Yep. Yeah, huh. And let's put that piece back onto there. Nope, I can't. It's gonna get in my way. All right, this is garbage. Okay, get the glue off of this and let that dry. Put that back there underneath the fan and let that dry. Okay, almost got ahead of myself here. All right, why I just did that. What has happened is I have to have a door on here that will open and close, all right? But it has to have a snap lock. In other words, it's just going to have a paper clip that's bent so that it can lock in place so that the door never flops open. Well, the only way to do that is to put a metal retainer inside of the chassis so that when the clip goes over it, that it won't wear it out, because the clip is made out of a paper clip. Now this is an old metal coat hanger. I have to put it in here and it has to be cemented into place so that it'll never fall out. Okay, well, shoot. That way the clip, anyway. All right, you guys, hold on. I gotta have some good cutters here. Yeah. All right, that takes care of that. Now, what you might wonder what I'm doing right there. That is a diamond wheel. And I am taking all of the sharp little edges off of this. Okay, so now what we've got to do is, now I have to find out what size door I'm going to need. I'm going to leave you, Grant. I've got to go check on the pictures that I've got on the laptop.
No worries, you do you.
All right. So basically, we're looking at this piece goes right down to the top of the lower engine. So we're going to put this seat. Now I put my ruler in the middle of here and in the middle of there. That gives me straight up and down this direction. Okay, now I do that the other way around, like that, and that gives me the direction I need, straight up and down for this. All right, what I just got done doing there, this is the bottom of that door. This is the top of it. Okay, so now we have to build a hinge. Oh, I don't have to build a hinge. I cleaned off my desk today. And, wrong wrong container. That is a problem when you have too many containers. This one here. Okay, what I noticed when I cleaned off everything, oh, and go figure, I grabbed the wrong container again. Aw, nuts. Okay, maybe I grabbed this one and it was the right container the first time. It was. Oh, boy. Anyway, I already have hinges made, but I don't like this hinge. That's not a good one. So let's try this one. That one's not strong enough either. I can tell by the paper that I used to make these hinges. They're not going to work. All right, so we're going to put this stuff back in here because I don't need it. That's a jig, by the way. It's shaped like this. Okay, so you can wrap paper around it and then crease it like that while it's gluing. And when you're done and you slide it off of there, it's a perfect shape of this. So I have made a lot of different jigs over the years. Okay, so now I have got to make a hinge. Well, one thing I know about hinge work, if it is going to be doing a lot of work over the years, it needs to be strong material. Paper bag from a grocery store, it's the best to use for hinges. Okay, got this. Don't want to lose it. Put it over here. Okay, goes in there. Now,
Just angle the camera down a little.
oh yeah, yep. Here we go. All right, now you need square. Okay, and there's only one way to get square. Put a square on it. Anytime you're building anything, if you do not work off of a square base, you're going to have a lopsided build no matter how you try to fix it. Well, it's a lot harder to fix if it's not square. You can fix it, but it'll take you lots of extra time, and you have to understand how to fix something like that.
But Mike, that's a triangle.
Yes, but it's square on 2 edges.
Pretty sure he's joking.
I know he is.
It's Rocket, maybe he isn't.
No, it's Rocket. He is joking.
Yeah, you never know.
Yep. Now, I know that this thing is that wide. Okay, so it is taller than it is wide. So that means this is my measurement right here. This is right between everything. So I think I'm going to go with 5/8. Now you flop it over just like that, center to center, push it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8.
GJ, is it?
Hi, GJ.
Mike,
Yeah.
SD Card just is back in the show. You wanted to know when he was on there.
Who is?
Guy that teaches SD Cards.
Oh, SD card. Nice. Welcome to the show.
Teaches the kids.
You wanted to know when he was back in. Mike is the one that teaches the kids.
Yeah. Well, I hope that you can teach this. This is really a cool thing to do. It teaches basic building, and it teaches a little engineering too. Okay.
Mike, Carte is trying to open up YouTube right now so she can come in as well.
What?
Carte's daughter is coming into the show. She's trying to get into YouTube right now.
Oh, that's cool. Awesome news. All right, so that is the base plate that this has to be. So now what I'm doing is I need a piece that is 2 1/8 inches wide, cut here with a hole in it. So we're gonna go with 2 1/8 inch, right like that, and right like that. Now, what I'm doing today, what?
You need to show something.
Oh yeah. Hey you guys. These are the engines. Yeah, very cool engines. I want to show you this. This is the battery box, 9 volt. And it plugs in just like this. And so anyway, this is the engines that I built. All from recycled stuff except for the LEDs. But anyway.
Can you bring it close to the camera? the other lights.
Yeah. Anyway, very cool, you guys. This is the engine housing for the Hammerhead Corvette. this is the Hammerhead Corvette. This all goes on back here, and the cool thing is it'll stand on its own just like that because I made all these engines exactly the same elevation all the way around.
Nice work, Mike. People love it.
And so anyway, I had to take the light switch off. I had to rewire stuff yesterday, and so I can't light up the Hammerhead because the switch is broke. But anyway, I will have that in much better shape as soon as I get this door built. Oh boy, I almost goofed up on that one. I would have had to tear apart that section, and it's better to not tear apart a section if you can. Okay, so I need this. Don't need that.
Can we show the no, don't worry, Mike. Fine.
Oh,
If you want. It's up to you.
well, I don't care. What was it?
It's some back up and bouncing up and down. Sub big E.
Hey, everybody. This is my Star Destroyer. All right, I really need to raise this up. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. This has over 11,390 pieces of paper in it. Just an absolutely stunning build. Hey, everybody, we're trying to get to 100K followers. If you go follow me, that would be fantastic news. We're close. We're at 94K. This took 536 hours to build. It was a super, super tough build. Only because I had to make so many different little tiny itty bitty teeny parts. The engines, those were very difficult to make. But anyway, this is the amazing stuff that you can do if you use recycled paper. So,
I can take over if you want. Yeah, I don't care. Where's the thing measure?
alrighty.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Eddie.
Somebody asked if it stays white, Mike.
If what stays white? The Star Destroyer? It's Star Destroyer gray, you guys. All right, now flip that over. Let's go this way. Okay,
Very difficult.
we got here, and we got there. You don't have to have any math to figure out how to do this. You build relatively. All right, relative is just like this. This is the forward plate, and the door will be here. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to check this out. That is where that is, and that is where that is.
Jorge says this Star Destroyer is a work of art fit for a museum, as far as I'm concerned.
I agree with you on the museum quality build on that Star Destroyer. And I hope a museum gets in touch with me, because we could negotiate to find out what we could do to get it in there. Because I have a lot of projects.
Wait.
Okay, so
Hannah's in.
Hannah's in? Nice.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Hannah. Welcome to the show. Did you guys get a lot of snow, Hannah? Okay. Now we're going to see if that looks okay. Oops, let's go that way. Ah, there we go. Now I should actually trim a little bit more off the top and off that side. And the cool thing is all of this disappears. You will not see any of this.
What you doing?
And so anytime you have to build something like this with a battery box, etc., see this is not shaped right because the battery box didn't fit square with the body once it dried.
Alex in.
Alex in? Welcome to the show. Why is that off? That's not supposed to be crooked. Aw. And that's something you could see. All right, so I'm gonna adjust this by taking that much off of it. That way it becomes square with the build and it looks better because the hinge is going to go on here. Now there's two things I can do. I can put the hinge right directly onto here, or I can glue it back here, but then that would lift this up. I don't want to do that. Yeah, so it looks like I'm going to put the hinge directly onto this body. All right, that's good. That's all shaped where it should be. All right, so now I want to, this edge down here is a little soft. It's been squished. So what we're going to do is we're going to take just a tiny bit off of this bottom. Because when you're building from scratch, you're not using blueprints, so you don't have to worry about little extra pieces that come off here and there.
This is just mind-blowing to see it come together.
Yeah, yes, thank you very much. And the cool thing is, I built these so flat that it will stand all by itself without a stand, right on the rockets, or the thrusters, or whatever you want to call them. So now that I have this, that goes on there. That looks better. I can fudge a little bit too, and that can come down to there. All right, so now I need to build a hinge. The hinge needs to be this wide. So that is 2 1/8 inches. So basically 2 inches and a 1/16 on each end. So now we take this bag material from the grocery store, and it is 2 1/8. All right. Now, see how this looks. I think I can cut it in half, and it will still make a very good hinge. All right, now I want this hinge to survive for years. Okay, there's a couple ways to do that. You can use wood. That is a good medium to work with. That's actually pretty nice right there, but I do not want the end on it. That one is thinned out. That one's too thin. I don't want to do that one. You can use also plastic Q-tip. Now, the paper will not stick to a plastic Q-tip, even glued on, unless you use something like Gorilla Glue. So I am going to go ahead and use a plastic Q-tip. And that way, it won't ever gall up. It'll always work. Okay, so now we go over here like this. Okay. Put some creases in this paper. All right, what that does is that gives you a better form to build to. Okay.
Thumbs up, Mike.
Thumbs up. Thank you very much. Now, here's where this gets to be fun. All right. We're going to glue this in place.
Guido sent a party hat, Mike.
Thank you, Guido. Thank you guys for your support. I appreciate it. It helps out a lot. Keeps the lights turned on, everybody. Thank you. Now you want to make sure these line up well. Okay, now after that, see, I can take this, put it on here, and do this with it. Now what this is doing is, this is forming the paper right around that piece. Okay. All right. Now this,
Joint, Mike.
what?
Somebody asked what's the joint?
The joint is going to be a hinge. This hinge is going to be for the battery cover on the battery box on this Hammerhead Corvette.
And Stellangelo sent a happy poop.
Thank you for the happy emoji. All right. Now, the thing with a hinge, you have to be able to bend it back and forth and do all kinds of different stuff with it. So what I need to do is make sure that I got enough of this on here. So I'm going to use 2 sheets of grocery bag to build this hinge. Since it's a piano hinge, I won't need 4 of these. If this was a regular door hinge or a hatch, I would want to use 4 sheets of grocery bag on it. But since it's just a battery cover and you won't get into it very often, 2 sheets is going to be just fine. And now, square this up just a little tiny bit. Don't need to do that. What am I doing? All right, now, this was 2 1/8 inches wide. So we're going to split the difference. Oh, really? Oh, well. There is the center line, and I don't want to do that. So I want a 1/2 inch here.
Hey, Mike. Art and Science said I'm currently drawing plans to make a half-size model of a GBU-38 JDAM Zyphon model, and I'm so excited to use some of your tips from here.
Oh, that's fantastic news. Oh, that's so cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this piano hinge is going to have 5 hinge separations.
Chris wants to know if you simply started with your imagination or is there a school for this? It's just so intriguing.
This is all from my imagination. I have learned this and taught it to myself. I'm now 17 years building with just paper. Matter of fact, my very first piece was this Millennium Falcon 17 years ago. Now, it is a tad bit beat up, but I never quit building. For the first time in my entire life, I didn't get bored with projects. Normally, I get bored stupid and I have to quit and go do another job. Couple ways you can do this. You can separate this now with an X-Acto knife. I don't like doing this because normally you cut your plastic and I don't want to do that. But if I can get this loose so I can get the plastic out, I'll show you the easiest way to do this.
That looks amazing and sane.
See there? Now, this comes right out. And what I do is I stick it right back in here. Okay? Just like that, because I want this to stay formed properly. And now, once you get it apart, then you just do that. Okay, see, what you're doing is you're making a hinge. You can also make stairwell. You know, if you want a circular stairwell, you just make this a foot long. You got a castle. You need a stairwell that goes up to the tower. That's how you do this. You make them all 1/8 inch wide. And anyway, you just keep building. There is your hinge. Now, this will go on here just like this. And the cool thing is, I don't need those that long. So all I have to do, because I know it's going to sit right up against there just like that. And so now I'm going to cut these off on this angle right here. Those are going to be the flaps that are in the frame. Now, I don't put them on now. All right, I really need to, but I can't. The whole situation with this is I have to build this. I have to build this door. All right, and then this has to go on there, like so. That goes on there like that, and then the hatch that opens up for the battery compartment. Okay, now that I have that there, yeah, that can twist that just a little tiny bit. Now that I know that is correct, I put marks on here so that I know where to glue my parts. So, there is the start of the hinge. That, well, actually, it's not the start. It's done. The hinge is done. Say that again, Eddie.
Somebody said, is this a fireworks?
Seriously?
I'm just as dumbfounded as you, Mike, at the stupidity of that question.
Yeah, that's stupid, all right. Okay, I'm building a Hammerhead Corvette, and this is the engine compartment to the Hammerhead, and there are the engines lit up for the Hammerhead.
Hey,
So,
Mike, GJ says, I'm going to build a 1/8 scale of my press brake. It has a full-length treadle. I want to make it operate the rams. Might be too advanced for a first build, though.
well, GJ, I would say no, it's not. You're kind of a master builder, so I think you'll be able to figure it out. And you can always ask me questions. I might be able to help.
GJ shouldn't need no help being the expert he is.
I know he's good. All right, do I need to glue that in place now? I think I do. Okay, so this piece needs to be glued in place. Always work your glue out to all the corners, because what you're doing with this is it's not only putting on a piece, it is making the entire build stronger.
Hey, Stupid Dylan said, obviously you can't ask questions because you get called stupid. Some people are just scumbags. Hey, Dylan, your mom's a scumbag. She should spit you out, boy.
Well, I don't understand some of the comments sometimes. I really don't. And I'm sorry that you got your feelers hurt, but that was a dumb question. I'm sorry. And I'm not one of those, oh, the poor little guy. He's just doing what his brain told him. Well, yeah, I understand that. But I'm sorry you got called out on that. That was a stupid question.
You're at 100 likes, Mike.
100 likes? That's cool. Thank you all for liking and for subbing in the show.
Well, Mike, Chris said, ha ha ha. I fucking love y'all, just my group of humor, and I'm not being sarcastic. This is my area.
Oh, that's good news. Absolutely. Wonderful.
Mike, somebody said, ha ha, I just joined because of that mama line.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad. I'm glad your mama's a good mama. Okay. Now, wait a minute. Wait. I got to push that down.
Chris sent a thumbs up, Mike.
Ah, thank you very much.
And Mr. Ruin said, same, join from hearing that.
Awesome news, Mr. Ruin. Hey, you guys. Welcome to the show. We try to have this comedy hour, or 2 hours, I should say, Monday through Friday. So if you come in and you like what's going on, enjoy the show. And it is a phone show, live broadcast from YouTube.
Mike, you're killing it.
Okay. Well, everybody, thank you for putting up likes. Thank you for following me. Now, you might be wondering, why is this angled? Because when I built the battery box back here, you really have nothing to go by. You kind of are flying blind. I tried to line it up with the front of the Hammerhead up here, and well, it didn't quite line up right. But the cool thing is, when this is put in place, I'll show you here. Okay, let's get that down there. Oops, come here, you. All right. When this is put into place and the batteries are put into this, these are the thrusters for the Hammerhead Corvette. Now, the really cool thing is, they are perfectly flush with each other. So the hammerhead will stand all by itself. I don't know if you wait. Let's turn these lights out for a second. You can see these LEDs are super bright. Now, I built these engines. A lot of folks have been watching the show. They saw me take an old grill out of a heater and cut it to fit that engine, put an old bicycle tail light cover. I cut it up into pieces and put in each one of these. And so then I put LEDs behind it. And the LEDs, that's these here that I got. Once this is all hooked up, it will have an on and off switch. Okay? Not only will the LEDs work, but so will the
Did you eat them all?
uh-oh. Is that right? Yeah, that's gonna work.
You just had breakfast.
I better show you this too. These are LEDs that I scavenged out of a toy. And this is what it looks like. The head of the hammerhead. Very cool. And these ear guns, you guys, the ear guns are fiber optics also, and they're on turrets. So they will work no matter what. And this is what I'm building right now. Is a sci-fi ship. And so the battery box will slide right into here. And this is going to be hinged so that I can open the battery box and get to it. But the thing is, I don't want the battery box flopping around. And so what I have to do is I have to put this piece, which is a metal coat hanger, I have to put it inside here. I have to cut a slit in this to let the clip slide in and out of this and clip onto here. I have done this before, so this is not my first time at doing this.
Hey, Graf.
Okay. That is, there it is. That is 1 inch right there. Oops, sorry everybody. 1 inch here and here. This is centered between these. This stainless steel rule works really good for that. All right, that is the center of this doorway. And so now I need a measurement on that, and it is 1.5 inches. Okay, so that back doorway is 1.5 inches. So now I need this stuff right here.
Braun's going to take over for a little bit, Mike.
All right. Welcome back, Gronk.
It sounds weird when you guys say it like that. Nobody got my plaid comment.
Nobody got what?
I said that your rockets, that machine can go plaid.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
You know where that's from?
Is gone plaid color.
No, I do not know where it's from.
Spaceballs.
Oh, geez, I haven't seen Spaceballs in like 40 years or more. When was it new? Like 78? 79?
No, Spaceballs. 90s.
It's what?
90s. Spaceballs.
Oh, that was in the 90s?
I think so.
Oh. Okay, so now that's going to come all the way down to there, but I don't need it that long. 3 inches. All right, so I need this 3 inches.
No, it was the 80s. Probably the late 80s.
Okay. Well, I have no idea. I have watched too many movies over the years. They all become a cluster in my brain.
Mike, Hannah Love Dirt Track Racing is in. We talked about her on the...
Yes. Oh, Hannah, welcome back.
No worries. People are saying it's 1987. Other people are saying it's 92, 93. So it was right about there.
Hey Siri, when was Spaceballs made? Hey Siri, when was the movie Spaceballs made? 1987.
Spaceballs was released on June 4th, 1987.
Yeah, the people are saying 1987.
Yep, that's it. Now this is the battery compartment's door.
Mike Rocket just had a member thing come up and says 4 months. Woohoo, 4 months of putting up with these mods.
Way to go, Rocket. Awesome news. Okay, so now I have to figure out how tall do I want this. All right, this is the door. Now this is going to be hooked to this hinge, but I have to have it's raised up. And so I've got to raise this up. Then I got to put detail work on this before I can even attach it. I have to do detail work. Now this door back here is going to have greebles on it to make it look like part of an engine. So that does not have to be very tall. So let's see here. I think we're going to make that. Yep. All right. We're getting better on this. This is now, let's see. I got this, and I'm going to use the same chipboard to make all of this. Because what happens when you do that is that your part becomes more uniform with the build. All right, this is the length right there. That's it. Just like that. Oh, I probably don't need to do that. I just need the length. All right, so now what I need to do is I need to make these 3/8 of an inch wide. I got to have 2 of them full length. 3/8. And it's 3/8 because I was old school, raised in America. If you're in the metric system, it is 1 centimeter. Now, I start here. I don't need a line because I can actually run the tip of my scissors right up to where this is.
So Rocket said that Natalie's never been muted, and Miranda said that she's not part of the crew unless she's been muted. So he just muted her for 60 seconds.
Uh-oh. Uh-huh.
She's freaking out. She's like she's biting her fingernails. She doesn't know what to do.
Oh. That happens when you're busy doing something and then somebody stops you for a minute. It's like, what? Wait, no, you can't do that. Quit. Now, what I'm doing right now is I'm making these 2 pieces the same elevation. Why am I doing that? I am doing that because this door has to open and close on both sides evenly. If it doesn't look like a door. It looks like something you built that wasn't right. Uh-oh. Come back here. I make all my own sanding blocks, you guys. These are paint stirrer out of True Value Hardware. And I made 3 of these out of 1 stick. I think it cost me 85 cents for the stick. Is she unmuted yet?
I don't know. You're muted yet.
She went to go do dishes, everybody. If you're gonna, if she
She just said she's gonna take a break anyway.
Uh-huh. Okay, so this is here, this is this, and this goes here. All right, now these will go on here like this. All right, because what they're going to be is they're going to be a door that's going to work just like that, which will be on here, and it'll tip up just like this. Okay, I have to get this door completely built before I put the locking mechanism in here. Because once I put the locking mechanism in there, then I can glue the hinge on, and I know where to drill the hole for the locking mechanism to go through and to lock onto this piece here. And it's all this is building principles that I've learned over my lifetime. And that's all. It's nothing, this is nothing new. Anybody that has built a lot of things in their lifetime, they understand what I'm talking about with all this stuff that I do.
Someone says that another nice trick you can make is fold the sandpaper over an old debit card or gas card to make it even thinner than the stick.
Yes, absolutely. That is a good way to do that. The debit card or credit card thing. Yes, indeed. I pretty much don't need that thinness. It comes in handy. But I have a lot of these. These are popsicle sticks, old popsicle sticks. And that's about as thin as I've ever needed right there. And so basically, I'm just building a box. Okay? That's what I'm doing.
Jen wants to know how thick would you go using layers rather than hollow sections?
To build what? To build this door? Well, it's the elevation thing. I don't want to glue 20 sheets of paper to make it this thick. And that's why I'm building a box. Is because it takes longer to do it the other way.
He asked for anything.
For
How thick would you go with layers rather than hollow sections? So what's the thickest layers?
Well, I don't know, honestly. I think, well, it depends. It depends on what the structural strength is that you need. Like everything around here, these are all 2 layers thick. All of this. Same with these pieces inside here, because I want this chassis to be strong enough that I can shake it around and it not break. And so 2 layers is very good. 3 layers if you need super strong build. I don't think more than that is ever going to be required with paper.
Someone's asking if you're building a box, wouldn't it be better to cut a box shape and fold it into what you need versus gluing it all?
No, because you can't cut this to fit and then fold it. What happens is the paper starts to separate on the edges as you put your crease line in here and fold it. It splits the paper open because this is chipboard. It's fiber paper. You know, this machine made. Yeah, you can cut these boxes and machine make them because they have a machine roller that creases everything where you bend it. You can't do that with this kind of work.
1 hour, Mike.
1 hour the show left, you guys. Now, you can try it if you wish. Because I'm always up for something new.
I'm fired again.
Uh-oh. Why, how'd that happen?
I don't know. I've given up trying to figure it out.
Yeah, okay. Shoot. And I have built boxes that I have creased, but it's very rare.
GJ says he's thinking his press brake main frame is like 30 millimeters thick in real life, so he's looking at 1/4 inch or 1/4 model size.
Okay, if you're going to build a press brake, now I understand where you're going with all these questions. GJ, you're going to have to build the frame out of a lot of pieces of paper, but you got to build the shape of the frame with one sheet. All right, once you get it right and all of your corners, everything done correct for your frame. Now, it may take 3 or 4 pieces to make a single frame. Shape. Yes, you're going to need at least 4 or 6 layers to build the frame. I'm thinking more like 6. Now, you're going to have to take whatever size, GJ, whatever size it is, you're going to need to mill some boards. All right, because if you laminate 5 pieces of chipboard, you got to put it in here and hold it down until it starts to adhere. Then you have to clamp these. Once you clamp them, it's going to have to set 1 day for every layer. If it's 5 layers, 5 days. You got to put it up and can't touch it. 7 layers, 7 days. Now with 7 layers, I would go 2 weeks, honestly, because I've had stuff that still had enough moisture in it that it started to curl. But you're going to have to do that.
Miranda got permission from Honey Bunny to mute Eddie for a minute. So he was muted.
Oh, that is funny.
Then Alex says mold press crease is how cardboard and chipboard is made to bend, but it requires quite a lot of force, not easily done by hand.
Say that again?
He says a mold press crease is how cardboard and chipboard is made to bend, but it takes a lot of force. So
Yeah.
it won't be done by hand.
Yes, absolutely. You're correct.
And GJ says, thanks, Mike. That saved me heartache for sure.
Yeah. If I can give you any advice, GJ, I will. Because I don't want you to spend all that time cutting all them little pieces out, gluing them all together, and then come back the next day and it's bent like a boat. And believe me, I've done that.
Somebody says that they're busy making a Miku figure made by hard work.
Yes, it is. A Niku figure? Is that don't sound right.
No, Miku, M-I-K-U.
Miku, a Miku figure. That must be some kind of anime or something.
Probably.
All right, now those are the same elevation, each one. So now I just have to hold this for a little bit. But anyway, this is the base box. Now this hinges. All right, these hinges will be on here like this. Building, if you've built model kits and things like that in your lifetime, this is a lot easier hobby to do. If you have not been a builder your entire life, this is not the very easy hobby to pick up because it takes building skills. And I have been building since I was 5 years old. And so I've got a bit of skill with this. All right, so now let's put some glue on here, just like that. Yep, all right. Now, I'm gonna go here, we're gonna go there, and now we're gonna touch it over here, and we're gonna touch it over there. Now I've got adhesion, cohesion going on, and we put that on there like that.
Rocket says he's got to go.
All right, Rocket, take care. Study hard. And there is a basic box. Now, the cool thing is, I have a lot more of this material right here. Because now what I have to do is I have to start building the detail work on the back of this box to make it look like the box on a Hammerhead Corvette. I should say the battery compartment. Now, that goes there, that goes there. I should actually put that up like that. Yeah, I can do that. All right. So, now we need this right there. Yep, right there. Okay, what I've got now is I marked this off. If I had GJ's press, I could do this a lot better, but I don't have one. So what I have to do is I have to squeeze this right here, like this, and then I have to bend it, just like that. Oops, is that right? Oh yeah, that's right. Now, what I'm doing is I'm bending these because when this hinge is out of the way, this piece goes right up on here like this. Uh-oh, doggone it. Messed with it too soon. That was not dry. Okay. All right, well, I better put this back here behind on the fan and get it to dry.
We can read the serial. In Zoom, I can see the serial number on your trim.
Oh, really? Wow, that's cool. Aw, you stupid ass. Dumb. Oh, go back. Shit. I hate computers and laptops.
Eddie says I'm going to report your Dremel stolen.
Now, where's the other one? Doggone it, stupid ass. Freaking computer. No. I need pictures. And that dumb, stupid laptop just did something absolutely foolish with my photo of the Hammerhead. Okay. Come on. There we go. All right, I'm back, everybody. Sorry. All right, this is the piece that is going to go on here. I had it back there and it dried and it didn't warp. So it looks good. I'm going to be able to reinstall this, just not now. I've got to get that door dry. Yep. And you can see it created a very good little part. And
I
Well, I'm about as low tech as I can get. Everything is built by hand.
Joy is in.
Hi, Joy. Nice to see you. Okay, now what? Now nothing. I gotta wait for that piece to dry. Ugh, doggone it. Oh, wait a minute. I can do some measurements here. All right. While this is drying, I can take some measurements because I have to do some more layers of this. Okay, that is 1.5 inches. All right, so how's it going, old timer? Well, you know what? It's going good. Okay. All right, so that's 1.5 inches. Yep, 1.5 inches. And I think I'm going to take this first one down 1/16 of an inch. All right, so now we've got a very good line right here. And this is 3 inches. And I'm going to take off 1/4 of an inch. And that way it's 1/8 at the top and the bottom. Oops. Yep, right there. Right there. All right, so what this is going to do is this is just layering these pieces up to make them look right. All right, so I will be adding greebles to all this stuff as well. All right, this piece glues on just like this. So when you paint this, you will see this elevation change on these parts. So now, and this is also adding super strength to your paper. And then you just kind of, hold that in place and let it adhere. I use Elmer's glue, everybody. PVA, same stuff. And the reason I do is because it works exceedingly well with paper. All right, this is my very first piece right here. 17 years ago. This one right here. And then I got better at it. I built better stuff. But anyway, I've been doing this now for 17 years. And I have made a myriad of things. Darth Vader's Star Destroyer.
How about we show something cool, Mike? What they want to see.
Yeah, you want to see something cool? All right. These are the micro machines, and something cool. This is Princess Leia's tantive. The smallest piece I have. It's 1/2 inch, maybe 3/4, but it fits right in here. And reason being is I was the GM of a Star Wars game, and I wanted the guys to have to break one of their buddies out of prison. And I knew just exactly what scenario to throw at them to get them to have to do this, because I knew Princess Leia's tantive was going to get caught by Darth Vader. And all the people on board, they all went to prison on bias. And so anyway, dun, dun, dun. And when he got caught, because the guys talk a lot in the game, and I sent him a message of what happened, and that he couldn't talk until they sprung him. He was so sad. He could talk about different stuff that was going on in his life that day, but he couldn't talk about the game. All right, there is the first piece. And I need like,
They love those little machines.
yeah, the micro machines are. I started with these, you guys. I built these for the game I was playing, Star Wars game, and I had a buddy of mine that helped me paint them. But so anyway, all of these, we played with all of these in the game. And the cool thing was, I started out with just that Millennium Falcon. Where is this one? All right, 17 years ago, I started with this one. And the first week we played with this in the game, the guys were having a blast with it. Anyway, at the end of the week, one of the guys asked me if I could make more. And I went, sure. And I never stopped. That was 17 years ago. Over 25,000 hours build time with just paper.
Someone says you are the guy at games everyone is jealous of.
Yeah, probably. But yes, I just continued building. I never quit.
GJ says the micros have to be harder to build in a way.
Yes, the micros are harder to build because you have to, they're so small. It's very difficult to build that tiny. When I'm building those little teeny bitty, itty bitty baby things like that, I use tweezers. I'm holding a part with tweezers. I'm putting another part on with tweezers. And that's how I was able to do all of that stuff. Okay, so now that tapers in. Okay, so if I take and do 2 of these and then taper them, that's going to look better. Okay, so I need to make 2 more this size right here. Because what I do is I try to manufacture look-alike parts out of paper.
How many times do you build jigs for your stuff?
I don't build jigs very often. There's no point in it. I have 1 jig, only 1 that I use regularly. And that only happens when I'm building a tracked vehicle. I can show you the jig in just a minute. Let me get this line done, because I have it handy. It does not get lost. Kind of like other stuff I got that does. Death Star, I had to learn how to make ball out of paper without making it solid. And so this is what I ended up doing. Okay, so here it is. This is the only jig I have. Okay? Because you can take plastic Q-tips and you put them on here like this and you push them down on that needle. What that does is that punches a hole in every piece that you use to make tracks evenly. Because you put it on that end, then you flip it over and you put it on that end and you stick it down. What that does is that lets you lace up your tracks. Now, somebody might be saying, what do you mean lace up the tracks? Well, if you want tracks that work this good, okay, you have to lace them up. They're laced up with dental floss so that they're strong. Those are made out of Q-tips. And they're all spaced the same because I used this jig. Paper Army tank. That is our insignia for the Paper Army if you play Warhammer. Okay. Jig. It's the only jig I got. because you can't really build a jig for doing stuff. That because the situation is every piece is hand fit and cut, and because they're hand fit and cut, you can't make the same parts. Over and over again. You don't have to make the same parts over and over again because it's easy enough to do that. And then I don't know. I lost my train of thought there. Doggone it.
It was about the jigs. Somebody says, could you please show the tank again? They were busy doing something. They didn't see it.
Oh yeah. I'll show you the tank again. This is the Paper Army Warhammer tank. Has a blade for going high speed and rolling stuff, including guys.
Scobie is in.
Scobie. Nice to see you, Goose. So, and that is Paper Army insignia for Warhammer.
Ernie says they watched you on TikTok and they were kicked as well. But he's still with you.
Thanks, Ernie. I'm glad you found me over here. Now, these two pieces are the same size as this one. But what I'm going to do is, once I glue these together, I'm going to shape them okay. All right, now I have to hold those down so that they will adhere well. And you can slide it around a little bit, and what that does is that makes sure the glue is bonded to both pieces equally. It helps it dry quicker. And I might have to go another layer. Whenever you're building this kind of cool stuff, yeah, nope. I've got to build the rest of the box. There's another box that's going on top of here. It's going to have detail work inside it. So now that I have this, it just gets sanded down at an angle. All right, I've got to angle it. And it looks like I need to watch it. Now, to make this look like it's machine made, I have to keep the same angle all the way around with all of it, so I don't move the Dremel hand. All right. Okay, now, oh, that's separating. Okay, I'm still not moving my hand, but I'm trying to hold this down in place. See, now what this is doing is, this is putting a bevel on the paper. Oh, had to move my hand. Doggone it. Okay. Yeah. Hey, guys. The Titanic is going to be a Titanic build.
Have you decided how big you're gonna make it?
Yeah, it's going to be 30 inches long. It's
How long is the Star Destroyer?
32. Now, you can see I beveled that edge all the way around. Now, this piece goes on here just like that. Okay, now, okay, yeah, the Titanic is going to be, because it's got to have lights in it. And so I think I'm going to use all kind of soft orangish, orange yellow, like whale lamps or coal lamps or things like that they had back then. And so I've got to find a specific color of LEDs that's going to work for it. And then again, I took apart, hey Grant, I took that Defiant apart, and I've got the soundboard and the lights and everything all still attached to itself. So just in case we decide to make something with noise in it, I have it.
What is the Defiant noise? What noise does it make?
I don't know. I never had it working.
The Defiant.
Yes, it's a ship from Star Trek. You can look it up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, okay. All right, now that I have that and it's shaped properly, now I have to build the edges up on this. Okay, so, and it is tipped in the bit. So that's when you're working with something that's tipped in like this, there's angles that you have to do to make it look right. Okay, so we need a 1/4 inch on these too. And I've got all these little pieces. I can use them to build all of these parts that I need. So I don't have to cut another piece of paper to do this.
Someone says they've never watched Star Trek.
Well, I was a Trekkie before I was a Star Wars fan. Because Star Trek came out in 1967, and I loved it. And then Star Wars came out in 77, and I was like, oh, wow. I couldn't believe it. That was better than Star Trek. And then Disney got a hold of Star Wars, and, well, you know what happened since. But I think they're doing better. Andor has turned out pretty good.
Yeah, Joy says she's also a Trekkie.
Yep. Then, Joy, you know who Vincent Harcourt Mudd is.
DJ says he's only seen James T. Kirk.
Yeah, that's the original Star Trek, James T. Kirk. Now, this has to be tipped in, all right? So that means these have to be angle cut just a teeny tiny bit. But before I do that, that moved. Yep, that moved.
Wants to know what was your favorite comic.
Favorite comic book? Well, considering I knew them all, I think, let me see. Favorite comic book? Dang. I had the first appearance of the Silver Surfer, Wolverine, the Fantastic Four. So it's hard telling. It really is hard telling. I don't know what I would have to pick. I think maybe the X-Men, because they had so many different superheroes. But I also liked DC. I liked the Justice League. You know, when Superman got beat by that monster that was created by Lex Luthor. So I don't know. There's a lot of different things that I like as far as genres go. But yep, first appearance as the Silver Surfer. That was pretty cool.
Joy says she just saw footage of her and her aunt at a Trekkie convention where they got to do a scene for Star Trek. They got beamed down to a planet and scanned stuff with tricorders.
Oh, that's cool. Wow. Yeah, okay. What I have to do here is I have to back this up with a gusset. This corner was moving. And that's something that you can't have happen when you're building something like this. It has to stay put. So, anyway, that's what I'm doing with these little parts. Is I'm supersizing or strengthening the corners of this little box, because this little box is going to move around a lot.
Minutes.
27 minutes of the show left. See what I did there? Now I'm going to go ahead and do that all the way around. This one came loose too. And so anyway, what this will do is this will make this box exceedingly strong. And it's really easy to do. You know, there's no measurements here. You just take it like that and you fold it in half. Then you put glue on it and you glue it in place. And so I'll show you something here just a second. Strength with paper. All right, people are going, well, it's paper, it can't be very strong. Well, yes, it can. And I'll show you the proof in that. Okay. This is my A10. This is a cracker box, you guys. A10 Warthog. Gun with wings. Okay. How strong? If you build it properly, they are exceedingly tough. You can play with them a lot. If you break one, they're paper. You just glue it back together. That's the cool thing about this, and it doesn't matter what it is. Maybe you're into droids. Well, guess what? You can build droids.
Bernie says you need to get a very big cabinet for all that great art.
I do. Providing we can get to 1 million followers and YouTube pays me a boatload of money, I'll buy a house where I can actually get a very cool showcase to put all this stuff in. Then I can just take everybody around and during the show and show you. The way it is right now, I cannot do that.
be strong enough if you have enough.
Well, that's what a lot of people thought about dams and bridges that failed. It doesn't always mean it will survive. They thought the Twin Towers were made to survive. Huh. Well, they were not. Alrighty, let's see what we got here. I think, and this one, yeah, I gotta go inside that too. Well, I'm gonna need a couple more of these 1/4-inch pieces. Whenever you're building gusset work, it sometimes takes a little bit of fabrication. Now, I didn't fold that over ahead of time. Didn't need to. Say that again, Grant.
GJ says it's all about the transfer of forces.
Yes, it is. The transfer of forces can do amazing things. Bruce Lee proved that with his 1-inch punch. How he could transfer his entire body strength into a 1-inch punch and knock them down. They couldn't believe it, how strong he was. Well, it's technique, it's good form, and it's accuracy. When you get all those things put together, oh boy, you can make some amazing things happen. Now, since this is a battery box cover, it has to be exceedingly strong. It just does. Because it's going to take years and years of movement. And you can't afford to have it break down years from now. Because how do you remember how you built it? You don't. And I had one thing break years ago, and it was really a good thing that it did, because I wouldn't have known how to fix it today from 15 years ago. And so, shoot, I'm glad it broke, because that made it possible for me to repair it right after I built it. And that happening, say what?
The camera.
Oh, the camera. Thank you. There we go. This is the last gusset I have to put on this. Then I can go ahead and do a little bit of sanding work on it and clean up the edges.
JFK, remember JFK?
No.
That was the little oopsie that Eddie had.
Oh. Welcome back, James. Okay. Now I've got that. Okay, so now what we do is I want to clean up these edges.
Letting planes drop where off is.
What do you mean off? When did I say off?
See, you just said off. Did you mean off?
I said off.
He said odd. I heard that. No. That's okay, Eddie. Keep it up.
I speak proper English. I'm sorry, I don't know how to speak silly.
Well, American English is kind of like that sometimes.
You guys have to be
I tell you what, this Dremel light tool, you guys, it has saved me thousands of hours of work. And I just noticed that that was crooked, and there's no way to fix it. Oh well, it's not going to show. I will add lots of detail to this. And whenever you find a little error that you've had during the build process and it's beyond repair time, then you just what you do is you add detail in that area to take your eye away from whatever you didn't quite do right. And in my situation, I didn't angle this properly, and it's almost flush with this piece. Okay, so when I build the detail down here, I'm going to change that.
Mike, Alex said, I love Mike's graded shirt. I have one. Comes really handy when you need someone to scratch your back. Third row, second square from the left.
That's, yes. Uh-huh. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so now I need these. These have got to be going on here, and they've got to angle in. So I think what I need to do is take them in a little bit and go there with it. Now, when I cut these little blocks off, like what I'm doing right now, these pieces here, I am saving these because they're going to be very good detail work later on. Now, people don't... Okay, these have to be at a little bit of an angle like this. All right, you can see that angle? Well, that means I need to sand the inside of this at that angle so that they will sit on there absolutely perfectly flat. Now, when I glue this in place, it'll automatically sit at that angle. And I learned how to bevel things working with wood.
DJ said this is what I like about Mike. He teaches how to deal with mistakes rather than pretend he hasn't made any.
Yeah, yeah. And because that was already angled like that, there it sits. And the seam doesn't have a rise to it. If I would have tried to glue that on, you would see that seam. Now that seam has pretty much vanished.
People said hello, Mike.
Howdy, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Phone Show. Thank you all for joining.
15 minutes, Mike.
15 minutes of show left. Hey, you guys, we're trying to get to 100K followers. If you're not following me, would you please follow me? I do my show. This is Monday. I have a Monday through Friday weekly show right here on YouTube. You can watch me on TV. You can watch me on your phone, laptop. Nice. Now what I have to do is I have to cut some pieces for here. But once this is dry, then I can go ahead and cut my angles on here. Now, you're saying cut your angle. Yes. I have to cut these corners down right here That's where these Fiskars micro scissors come in handy. I got to cut them down. I did not want to cut them ahead of time because I don't know how it's going to look or where it's going to attach when I put the front piece and the back piece on, or I should say the top and the bottom. Okay, so well, that is looking pretty good, you guys. Now, what might you ask is this going on? It's going on, this is the battery box cover right here for this Hammerhead Corvette. This is the piano hinge that I built for it. And I bent these where they're supposed to be bent, but I think I'm going to end up cutting these off because I don't need them. But anyway, as you can see, these hinges work really good. Okay. Now, I used a plastic Q-tip to build the hinge. And they will go right down in here. And then this whole battery box cover will do this so that I can reach in, grab the battery, pull it out, and replace it. I also have to build inside of here the clip that is going to go through here and lock the battery door shut. Because what good is your toy if you're flying it around and the battery box keeps opening and closing because it's free moving? I don't want that to happen. Now, I have made spring clips before and made them out of paper clip. Paper clips work good. Okay, let's see here. Now, I need a 1/4-inch piece out of this right here.
Mike, some guy said, is that a bird trap?
Well, seriously, I guess you could think of that. Well, bird traps aren't engines to starships. Close your eyes and then open them and I'll show you. These are the hyperdrives or the thrusters. I guess hyperdrive is different. But anyway, these are the thrusters that I built out of recycled stuff. Pretty good, huh? Yeah. These thrusters were parts.
Mike, you want to read?
Oh yeah, definitely do.
Too bad.
Welcome, Paper Army. Nice to see you. Thank you guys very much for coming to the show. Now, these thrusters on this Hammerhead. See this? This is an old grill out of a very tiny heater I had. But I'm always looking for very cool stuff. Well, that grill work made outstanding engine covers. I used an old bicycle light, tail light, that had an amber filter on it, and I cut it up and put it in each one of these. That's how come they are. And then I used white LEDs inside here. Now this will all be attached to the switch on the Hammerhead. So when you turn the switch on, the whole thing lights up. All the fiber optics, all the LEDs. It's going to be very cool. Absolutely, John. 10 minutes.
Mike, I just asked him not to do that.
I just read that, Eddie. I'm sorry. It's okay.
He's getting a little too carried away.
Yeah, it's okay. Thank you, John. That's what I have my mods for. Anyway, this is the battery box back here. This is the door to the battery box. Doesn't have to be square. The door will be. So it doesn't matter your build. See, the door, the battery box that I put on here, I thought I got it lined up with the front of it, but I didn't. It was crooked once it dried. Okay, so that doesn't matter. To cover that crooked up, I have this. And that's one of the ways I have learned how to alter small errors in my builds. Irony. I can't get him a microphone. He's in my laptop on a Zoom meeting. He's not here. He's somewhere, you know, like Arizona or something. So, sorry, Ernie. No, John. That requires a whole different way to build this. Okay? That would have to be built into the body of here. And I never even considered having it automatic because it's not easy to do. It's going to be hard enough to make the switch automatically turn when you turn a turret. Well, Alexander, very good, Alexander. Kate, that's Kath, Kathin 5T. Kathin 5T. Ah. Your Zoom invite? It's the first one I sent. Where are you not finding it? So anyway, the engine compartment to the Hammerhead Corvette. This is the Hammerhead Corvette. This all goes together just like this. Like that. Yeah. And look at this. It's perfect. I got the engines absolutely flush perfect. Well, I tell you what, I'll send you another one. And I don't know how to do that. The picture's gone. Where'd it go? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. How do, oh, there we go. Okay. And I don't know why I didn't send it to you, Rinda. You're the first one that I set to, unless Honey Bunny's here, and then she's the first. Okay, there you go. It's sent now. All right, close that up. Yeah, okay, you guys. Anyway, this is going to be a very cool build. The stand is drying now. It's got to dry for another week. To get all the warpage out of it so that it doesn't warp. No fair telling on me to Honey Bunny. Yeah, I did. I sent you the first invite. I don't know how you lost it. Solo. Pichele, Solo. Jabba wants you. Yeah, this is going to be the very coolest starship that I've made so far. Yeah.
Read that John Jones comment.
Hey, John, we have records of the whole thing. You're a liar and a fat mouth, and you're the only racist in here. Is you, John Jones? So, well, Solo, I'm doing good. How are you doing? I hope you had a good weekend. Hey, John, at the end of every show, I say, doesn't matter what you are, doesn't matter where you are, doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter what color you are, doesn't matter what religion you are either. We're all human beings. We live on the planet Earth. And so, John, you're the only liar in the show. That's it. That's you, John. That's your life. You're a liar and a fat mouth. Oh, that's good, Solo. I'm glad to hear that. I hope you had a good weekend, and I hope your family's okay. Yeah, I know. John's never been here before. He's a John bag. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait. It's Johnson. It's John Johnson Dick. I mean, Dick Richard Johnson. Quit being a Richard Johnson. Jones. Richard Cranium? No, he's not bright enough for that one. Okay. Well, Dan, thank you very much for coming to the phone show. Bye, John. Yeah. Okay, you guys. I am working on the battery compartment for this Hammerhead. And it's getting close. Now, it's starting to look like a real spaceship now. Remember, for months, this was just the part of it you could see, and I was working on those lights. And now, I built the engine this weekend and last week. I spent all last week and this weekend. I got 20 hours more build time on this this weekend. And yeah. I am making a paper starship, Hammerhead Corvette from pictures. And yes, and I've been building with paper for 17 years. And so I have. Yes, John, you as well.
1 minute, Mike.
And I hope your family's safe. Okay, you guys, 1 minute of the show left. That means I gotta go. Now, for all you Johnsons, if you want to come back tomorrow, 2 hours earlier, I have a show. Okay, you guys, here's the deal. It is the end of the show. I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's Pepsi Day, by the way. I'll remember that. Anyway, thank you all for being good human beings. And remembering a couple of things. Number one, never stop learning. Yeah, never stop learning. Number two, it doesn't matter what you are. Does not matter where you are. Does not matter who you are. Doesn't matter what color you are. And it doesn't matter what religion you are either. We all live on the third rock from the sun. That makes us human beings, everybody. Let's start being better human beings. We don't need to pick on other human beings. We need to start learning how to go out there. If we want to go out there, we have to be the human race. So let's start being the human race, everybody. Take care. Have a good night or a good day. I'll be back tomorrow, 2 hours earlier. I love you all. Take care.